Hello and welcome to knowledgebank.pro. Imagine a perfect world. The world where you can show both dollars and percent formatted measures on the same chart. It's hard to believe, right? I know it's hard to believe for me too. However, as of 2 days ago, it is now possible in Power BI, and in this video I will show you how. So let me show you what I mean. Here's a very simple report. I have a chart set up to trend sales data over time, and by default, I'm formatting that measure as dollars because that sells in dollars. Let's say I want to look at my data for prior year. I'm going to click on the prior year selector, and I'm looking at the same measure in the same chart, now formatted for prior year. Let's say I want to take a look at the year-over-year difference. So I'm going to click on year-over-year, and now we see everything is still formatted as dollars. However, we're looking at sales, but now as year-over-year variation of it. And now, get ready to have your mind blown. I'm going to click on year-over-year percent and watch what happens. Bam. Now our chart changes. Not only do the numbers appear formatted as percent, the y-axis also has changed from dollars to percent. I've been working with Power BI since before they released the product to the public, and I've never been able to do this in Power BI. Some of us have built smart metrics that are able to show dollars and percent. However, we've never been able to format the chart or make the chart, the trend chart, display that data properly. So we've never been able to show percent and dollars for the same measure at the same time. So this works for the trend chart. Let me go ahead and change it to a bar chart. So I have changed my line chart into a bar chart, and now we can see that it still works. Like I'm still able to show dollars and percent formatted properly for my trend chart. This is awesome. About 7 to 10 days ago, I put together a video where I talked about the fact that calculation groups are now available and work well in Power BI Desktop, which was an awesome thing to see. However, there was a major bug, and the bug was that if you use the formatting feature of calculation groups, it broke all of your trend charts. If you had a trend chart that showed things formatted in dollars, or if you had a trend chart that formatted things in percent, the minute you added this formatting option to a calculation group, even if you don't use it, all of your trend charts got broken and you only saw decimal numbers everywhere. So I submitted a bug with Microsoft and we went back and forth. Initially they said that was a feature, and I had to make a good case to say that that's not a feature. It actually breaks my production reports because I'm not using the formatting option over calculation group. By just me creating that, it broke all of the formatting for all of the charts that I already had in place. So after going back and forth a little bit, they actually agreed that this is a bug. And then I think last night, I got an email from them that this feature has been addressed, this bug has been fixed, and now with the latest version of Power BI Desktop, that feature is working as it's supposed to be working and the bug is no more. So that's what I did. I downloaded the latest version of Power BI Desktop, which is what you should do as well. And that's all I had to do. All of the things that I've created before are now working properly, and I couldn't be happier. So here's another example of the same functionality. We have some sort of trend chart. In this case, I'm training a metric called cases, and we see that cases is formatted just as a regular number, and I could click on the percent and see that now cases are formatted as percent. Let me bring in something that's formatted as dollars, for example, a revenue measure, and see what the behavior is then. So here you can see I have now brought my revenue measure into the trend chart, so everything is formatted as a dollar. So as I go through my options, last year still dollars, year over year still dollars. I click on year over year percent. Everything is formatted as percent. This is awesome. This works great. So let me give you a quick reminder on how I got this thing to work, this feature to work to begin with, the calculation groups. I have a more detailed video on my channel, so go ahead and find that if you want to have a more detailed walkthrough of the capability. Here I'm just going to highlight it very briefly. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to install a tool called Tabular Editor. Make sure that that's installed on your machine. Once that happens, and once you have the latest version of Power BI Desktop, you will see a new option available in the ribbon. It's called External Tools. So if you go there, you will see DAX Studio, LMKit. In my case, I have those two tools installed as well, and Tabular Editor, which is the tool that we're going to be using to create our calculation groups. So once you click on Tabular Editor, what it'll do, it'll launch the tool, and it'll auto-connect Tabular Editor to your Power BI model loaded in the open desktop file. So here we have Tabular Editor. And now what you could do is you can right click in the table section and say create new calculated group. In my case, I already created one. That's this option here. It says time intelligence. If I don't forget, I will zoom in so you guys can see better. And then once you have this calculation group created, you can right click and create new calculation item. So to make things easier to understand, calculation group from the Power BI desktop perspective and user perspective looks just like a normal table. In fact, here I'm switched into Power BI desktop and I've selected this calculation group, and you can see that that looks just like a normal Power BI table. And each calculation item just appears like a row in the table. So when you right click and say create new calculation item, it'll create one of these guys here. And then for each guy, to you in a Power BI desktop, that just looks like another row. However, it's a row that has a lot of power in it. And the power comes into this section here. What you could do is you could use some new functions. They're actually not that new anymore. And what these calculation items allow you to do, they allow you to write logic that will then can be reused for a bunch of different measures. Here I've created my calculation items this year, last year, year over year, year over year %. So when a user selects this year, I just want to select return the same measure that the user dragged into the chart. So if the user dragged sales, this will just return sales. For my last year, what I'm gonna do is sales is still selected in the values of the chart, but what I want to do is I want to create a last year calculation. Whatever that measure is, use same period last year to find the value for the same measure a year ago. So that's what this code does. Year over year, also very simple. I just get the current year value, the prior year value, deduct one from the other, and here you go. That gives me the year over year variance. And then for year over year %, very similar, but the only difference is I'm going to divide the difference between this year and last year by the value of last year. What's cool, however, is that we also have an option to specify the format string expression. So here we have a function called selected measure format string. So when a user picks this in my slicer, you could see that the format string changes, and I will zoom in to show you the details. So basically for this year, last year, and year over year, I'm going to reuse the same formatting that my measure had. If you remember, cases were formatted as a number, revenue is formatted as a dollar. So whatever you pull in, whatever the measure is formatted as, these three options will be formatted the same way. Year over year will usually be formatted as a %. So here I'm just hard coding the % format. One word of caution, make sure that you put double quotes around that format value. This cell has to return a string. In Power BI, when we format something as a format, we don't put the double quotes around it. When we do the formats expression here in this tool, you have to put the quotes before and after, otherwise the Power BI desktop will throw an error. So the reason we can do that Nirvana functionality that we saw in the chart before, ability to use the same measure and show it as dollar, number, or a %, is because of this awesome capability with format string expression. That is the feature that allows us to dynamically change the format of the same measure depending on the criteria that we've chosen in our selection. So now I have fixed my year-over-year % measure not to return anything if there was no value for prior year. And the minute I hit save, Control S, I'm able to take a look at my model, and I can see that my chart is automatically updated right away. I'm not showing minus 100% values anymore. And that is awesome too. So basically, as soon as I hit save in Tabular Editor, those changes are propagated into my model and are reflected in the visual right away. So I don't have to hit save, I don't have to refresh, I don't have to do anything in Power BI Desktop to see those changes. Mind you, there is a little bit of a bug when I create a new calculation item and I hit save. Sometimes you will see the visuals go a little bit crazy and you'll have a message here, the title said that you need to refresh. All you have to do is just hit refresh on that little button at the top right, and then everything will work just fine. So it only happens when you add a new calculation item, but once the calculation items are created, and if all you do is changing the logic for those calculation items, those changes are deployed instantaneously and very reliably. That's about it for today. As you can notice, I am super happy and excited that now this feature is available and working properly in Power BI. Calculation groups is one of the most important updates that we have gotten to our modeling capabilities from Microsoft in many, many months. So please learn all you can about this feature and start using it right away. Look for more videos from us as well, where we'll be taking a deeper dive into the functionality and also show you how you can use this functionality calculation groups to solve some really cool business use cases. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you back on the channel very soon. Bye.